Text.
In the space in front appears the Guru in the form of Amitabha, surrounded by an inconceivable retinue of bodhisattvas. Namo, to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection, I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening. Page 2. With sincere faith, I pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions in 3 times. I offer flowers, incense, lamps, fragrances, food, music, and the like, actually arranged and mentally created. Supreme Gathering, please accept them. I confess all evil deeds, the 10 non-virtues, and the 5 acts without interval that I have committed, overpowered by mental afflictions, since beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit of all the virtue accumulated in the 3 times by the Shravakas, Prachika Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the aspirations and diverse mental capacities of sentient beings. Until samsara is emptied, do not pass into nirvana, but compassionately look upon sentient beings drowning in the ocean of suffering. May all the merit I have accumulated become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me. Thus the mind of the four immeasurables has arisen within the mind streams of myself and all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never separate from happiness. May they abide in the great equanimity. Page 5. Appearance and existence, all phenomena of samsara and nirvana, are empty by nature. Not realizing this, how afflicted are deluded beings in samsara. My own awareness appears as a white Hri, the manifestation of unified emptiness, clarity, and compassion. The Hri transforms into myself, appearing as Chenrezig, seated upon a cushion of lotus and moon. I have one face and 4 arms. 2 are joined at the heart, and the other 2 hold a lotus and garland. Peaceful and with a loving countenance, I am dressed in the garments of the Sambhogakaya Buddha. Sitting in a cross-legged posture, my lower body is enfolded in a lotus. In the space in front, upon the seat of a lotus and a moon, appears a red Hri gleaming with light. The light radiates, pleasing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and gathering their knowledge, love, and power. The light then dissolves and back into the Hri. Again, light rays radiate to the 6 realms, purifying the karmic visions, self-grasping, and habitual imprints of sentient beings. The light gathers back, and the Hri transforms into the supreme protector of beings, Buddha Amitabha. He is bright red like a mountain of rubies. with one face and two arms in equipoise mudra, holding a begging bowl. He is garbed in the 3 Dharma robes and sits in a crossed-legged posture. Ceaselessly looking upon beings with eyes of compassion, he appears as a great embodiment of all Buddhas. On his right is the noble supreme Chenrezig, with one face and two arms, holding a white lotus with the left hand. White and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. To the left is the Lord of the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, with one face and two arms, holding a vajra in the left hand, blue and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. They are surrounded by an assembly of bodhisattvas. The 3 places of the principal Lord are marked with the 3 syllables. From the syllables, white, red, and blue light radiate into the 10 directions, and in particular to the pure land of Sukhavati, invoking the heart pledge of Amitabha and his retinue, who then instantly appears at this place. Hong, in the great bliss sphere of my own primordially pure awareness abides Amitabha and retinue as the naturally present innate radiance. From the beginning, the Samaya being and the wisdom being are one, yet your form manifests from the expanse of great love and compassion in accordance with the mental inclinations of beings. Following your heart pledge, please come here to this place and be seated indivisibly from the mandala of the Samaya being.
Amitabha Sapareva Bazar Samaya Inza Hoi Bhava Samaya Dejalen. Sura averde bezova Om baza savaranagam O sarvambe pura pura sura sura averde bezova Om baza savaranagam O sarvambe pura pura sura sura avardai bezova Om baza savarana kamre yela jedan den ben joyonde Dzambhala xin jar ve xia de bo ro gun jor van bo zon zo yer jie da zi niu me ye wen xia zhen de zi zhen ran xie jar ve xia ro gun zi pe do wa jie 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 la zi me do na zun zi ban de zo pe ran xie jar ve jian lan ban zhou gun do re yun de dun de xiao lin jie jar xiong zhen jiu du wen de zun zhe ran xin jar ve xiang lan ban zhou gun zi pe qian le zhuo war xiu sar xin na we ren jie zhu men de sam de ran xin jar ve du lan bo zhuo gan zhe lo mo me se war xiu ge gan la zi me de men jie jia xie ra ran xie jar ve ge lan bo zhuo wai gen jie jie nie do wai xiu ro jia jie dan dian bei xia zhen de da jie ran jie jar ve jia lan ban zhou guan Tenzin se jian zuo wai xiu be dan zhe suan nian jie ro me zuo do jie ran xin jar ve nian lan ban zhou guan xian dan dian ba xiu wang bo zhen xuan de bei yun ding a mo la ran xin jar wai na lan bo zhu gun san me de wen gong ba xiu zha xie da jie 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 jar si dun ye xie ran xie jar wai na lan bo zhu gun san jie yun de do ba xiu.
The bottom of page 10. Free. I offer this water endowed with the 8 attributes, with the nature of generosity to the mouths of the victorious ones. May there be perfect fortune for all beings. I offer this foot-cleansing water, clear, cool, pristine, and exquisite, and with the nature of morality, to the feet of the victorious ones. May all beings be relieved from the torment of existence. I offer various beautiful celestial flowers that have the nature of patience to the eyes of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the 7 attributes of higher realms. I offer naturally sweet-smelling scents and blended incense that has the nature of diligence to the noses of the victorious ones. May all beings become free from the bonds of existence. I offer this precious, radiant, and lustrous lamp that has the nature of meditation to the hearts of the victorious ones. May all beings clear away the dense darkness of their deluded minds. I offer fragrant medicinal elixir, saffron and the like, which have the nature of transcendent knowledge to the bodies of the victorious ones. May all beings realize the inner nature of phenomena. I offer food endowed with the essence of 100 tastes, with the nature of method to the tongues of the victorious ones. May all beings be sustained by the food of samadhi. I offer harmonious musical sounds such as those of conch shell, drum, and the bell, which have the nature of power to the ears of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the awakening mind. I offer the 5 desirables that appease the senses and have the nature of prayer to the victorious ones. May all beings be satisfied by untainted bliss. I offer the 8 auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious symbols, and the 7 royal attributes, which have the nature of wisdom to the victorious ones. May all beings attain the attributes of Buddhahood.
Om sarva punza menga samandra savarana samaya. je je da de zon da ma zon ngue bo da da le lon je do ba je je ba de me de je yen de ba ba yen do go dan ze ra je jang sen de nan da yen de do me je wa yo.
All owned and unowned things of the entire infinite billion-fold universe, my own body, enjoyments, and all possessions, I offer without holding anything back to the pure land of Sukhavati. May the self-graspings of beings be thereby fully pacified, and may they be endowed with the awakening mind, and may their birth in the pure land be unobstructed.
Rana mandala banzamang ahong raza sanje do be don shanza re don ze me na se jo bamber nian ze zhe na jue nie long de ya ge zhuan luan jie 坐来接人，多结缘结灭不净果果，果的果家人也就果就，果在灭灭家的见不我。
Realizing that my own mind is the Buddha, I pay homage on the ultimate level, abiding within ungraspable, empty awareness. Everything comprised within appearance and existence is offered. Deluded perceptions of dualistic grasping are confessed within the expanse of Dharmata. I rejoice within the state of the spontaneous completion of the three kayas. The Dharma wheel of unceasing compassion will always turn. Abide within the natural Dharmakaya that pervades all samsara and nirvana. In infinite pervasiveness, where there is no reference point of the three spheres, dedication will always take place. Free, ever turning the wheel of Dharma in the pure land of Sukhavati, you unceasingly look upon sentient beings with compassion. Homage and praise to Amitabha, who abides in equipoise, follows his pledge to act for the purpose of beings. To Chenrezig, Vajrapani, the other bodhisattvas, the noble assembly of arhats, and the gathering of deities abiding in Sukhavati, I humbly pay homage and offer praise with body, speech, and mind.
Gazon doje doje do dangur. Nan de do ge re da ngan ren le. O ze mar be ngan de jar ne do. Rang ge jar yo je la nge re da. De dar je me je do ngor wa ye. Nga le wa ze ga do na zon zhe. Jo jue san jie jiang sen ye bar jie. Kan sun sen jie gen jie de zhen jiang. Nu jie nan da de jie shen de jie.
Bottom of 17. At the heart of myself, appearing as Chenrezig, on a moon disk is a Hri surrounded by the 6-syllable mantra circling clockwise. From it, light radiates and a white mantra garland issues forth, emerges from my heart, and dissolves into the heart of the deity visualized in front. Thus, Amitaba's compassionate heart pledge of body, speech, and mind is invoked. From the mantra garland around the Hri at the heart of Amitaba, a red mantra garland of light emerges from his mouth, enters my mouth, and I obtain blessings and attainments. In this way, the mantra circles continuously between myself and Amitaba. The multicolored light issuing from the circling mantra garland pleases the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, purifies the 3 types of obscurations of all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and the universe and beings transform into the Pure Land of Sukhavati.
Oh Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, 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 Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Om Amitaba Shri, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shri, Om Amitaba Shri, Om Amitaba Shri, Om Amitaba Shri, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shri, 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 Om Amitaba Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, 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 Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, 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 Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Shri, Om Mame Deva Om Mame Deva Shri, 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 Om Mame Deva Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Om Amitaba She, 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 Om Amitaba 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 Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Shaya. Amitaba Om 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 Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya. O Ran Re Na Wan Da Ye Go Zon Zen Zha Ve Sen Lai De Na Wan Da Ye Loi Na Me Ra Re Je Ge Ngon Zer Jie.
Hong, innate awareness is the form of Amitabha. Look at the mind that is free of subject-object duality. There is no other Amitabha than that. How wondrous is the truth body of self-knowing awareness.
Om Ame Deva Shaya, 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 Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva Om Ame Deva Shaya, Om Ame Deva 是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是Om Amitaba Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是 Om Amitaba是Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba shi Om Amitaba Om Amitaba shi 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 Om Amitaba Devashi Om Ame 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 Devashi Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Deva Shi, Om Amitaba 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 Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, 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 Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Om Amitaba Shi, Om Amitaba Shi. John Dian Gon Bo San Ji Wei Ba Me Zai Jin Zer Zi Jia Sun Ba Bei Zu Yun Mon Zhu La Tu Ji Ra Gong Lai Da Sui De Jin Xian Dun Zhen Du Su Ngun Ji Tu Ji Dan Jia Ji Xian Du Tu Da Ma Yir Tu Ji Wang Ge La Ling Yan Da Zin Kor Wai Dun Zhu Ni Da Da Ni Da Zhen Ban Zi Du Su De Dar Dun Shui Zha Bu Jue Ge Wei Nan De Du Le Du Ji Wu Ma Zhi Da Sun Zhe Wei Nian Ge Ten Bei Mo Dan Zi Lo Du ba ran sa ji da me che ge gong ba ngon jer san sar don ze me zhe zhe ngan de ya.
Page 20. Hong, transcendent conqueror, protector of Buddha Amitabha and noble assembly of loving bodhisattvas, compassionately look upon us afflicted beings and guide us to the pure land of Sukhavati. In accord with your past bodhicitta vows, not wavering from the sacred bond, deity with great compassion, please exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depths. At this very moment, please act as our guide. As I, with intense devotion, have thus invoked the enlightened mind, red light rays of compassion radiate from the heart of Amitabha and dissolve into the hearts of myself and all beings. Self-grasping, misconceptions, and delusions have collapsed into themselves. The state of selfless Dharmakaya is realized, and I rest in the nature of clarity and emptiness, free from grasping and elaboration.
Da dar number gondele jangwe so nan da ye dan ba kan de ro dong er jo wa jen wa na ba me be ne ra do ba jo.
By all the limitless and sacred merit obtained through this meditation and recitation, may all beings drowning in the river of suffering attain the supreme state of Amitabha. Hong, Hri, all-pervasive Dharmakaya, protector Amitabha, Sambhogakayas, the loving assemblies of bodhisattvas, the Nirmanakayas, the gatherings of Shravakas and Arhats, together with your retinues, please endow all beings with the auspiciousness to progress to Sukhavati.
就我都接见不当。用的三班的解多难了，三界将三班面果结果。的将我在把的灭把也的我见些下为先干的。大愿的那真别解马大解外心解把马就把热。得热见的难的相对修的给大给莫来大班的。教觉三界将生断觉界给面这般心界老多所。大呀大班赞扎呀万不达那呀所哇。
Emoho, marvelous. In the center is the Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. To his right is Chenrezig, Lord of great compassion, and to his left is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, the Lord of great power. They are surrounded by an inconceivable assemblies of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Extraordinary, limitless peace and happiness is the Buddha field called bliss endowed. When I and all beings pass from this life, may we be born there, unhindered by another samsaric birth. Once born there, may we hold the face of Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. By the power of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, bless me that I may attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Pansa Griya Awa Bodha Nae Soha.
The Sölkha practice, a brief Dharma offering to the Dharma protectors. San je je dan zoi jian jiu nai la, jian jiu bar dui dan ne jia sun jie, da ge jian zoi jie be zoi nan jie, zhe lai ban jie san jian zhe bar yu.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Dong me be de wa dan min zhe wa zhe jie. Nie ren jia dan nie dan zhe we dan nian lai ne ba zhe jie.
May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Loi me den de tui jie den, de jiao yan xian jia jie nang, shang er de zeng er jie ba, hong zham zhe er de dang, ma lan bam bam dan jian zi, hong xue na wu long ge be, la ya me bar ze xue xue, kor we nie jian be we zi, le jian dai ma me ji gan, ka ju da den hong a zi le wen zhe de zi guo, zhe xue ye sun da war jie, wei xue de zi tan ba ye, ye xue de zi jiang zu jiu.
Page 2, 3. I appear as the Yidam deity. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate Ram, Yam, and Kam. Fire, wind, and water burn, scatter, and wash away the faults and defects of the Torma. Above the wind and fire is a hearth of skulls. Above that is a vast and spacious skull cup filled with the 5 meats and 5 nectars. The 5 meats are marked with Om, Hung, Tam, Hri, and Ah, and the 5 nectars with Mam, Lam, Bam, Pam, and Tam. A wind of Hung emerges from the nostrils, blowing, stirring, and lighting the fire, which melts and boils the substances. The defects bubble over, and the pure essence fills the skull to the brim. Above a moon disk lid, Hung, Ah, and Om are stacked, one above the other. Light radiates from these and gathers nectar, which merges with the syllables. The 3 syllables in the moon disk melt into light and dissolve into the nectar. Thus it transforms into an ocean of wisdom nectar.
Om Ahore, Om Ahore, Om Ahore, Rang Dog Savole, Wenje Lai Maye Dan Dan, Gan Zhu Jue Jian Song Mi Zu, No Lai Jiu Jiu Xie Da Dan, Ge Re Lin Jiang Zhu Zhu Jie, Jian Zhang Zhen Dan Dun Du Den.
Light radiates from the seed syllables at my heart, inviting the Lama, Yidam, and Dakinis, the protectors and guardians of the Dharma. Wealth gods, guardians of the directions, local spirits, obstructing spirits, karmic creditors, and the 6 classes of beings, who then gather before me like billowing clouds.
Om Bhadra Argam Padam Bhupam Dupam Alokam Gande Nevede Shabda Padu Zaiso. Dore go ma ne ren ye ja wo dor je be ge ye dor ma zhan zer nie zhen ju.
According to their ranking order, these guests partake of the Torma with light tubes emerging from their Vajra tongues, and thus are pleased and satisfied.
Om Avon Tenje Zave Lama Da Choba Dor Jen Chang La So Wan Long Ming Adam Ba Dang Sar Nyen Ju Be Lama Nan Ye Ye Ror Je Garang Ga Ye Zo Zo Zhe Zhang Cho Da Ba Sur Wan De So Do Je So Om Avon Ye Da Sha Ju Nam Je Da Nam je la me je de pe de je de zan je je dang Marna Maya Jamada, Denya La So Jarvela, Yadroran Yarsanyanka, Yadan Jangar Janzuzo, Jijurur Jagaranga, Yemen. Ngudrum na nye zar de zo, a wo dan jie jiang zuan de de jie, bang guo jia xie jia run zhe, jia zhu ge xiang bei ma ne, da yun la zong gun be zo, den sun qu jie zhu ma da, mo na jiang zhe ha ra na, yin jiong sen dong ra he la, 北海诺杰子马尔索，绝中国杰多玛南，一些若杰嘎让嘎耶，巴杰内顿着贵州，多杰罗伯格子森，绝大电巴孙先辈，大给三顿着班族，啊会那曼的森赞巴拉。 Noi je nor da po mo nam mon ze lang an za mar da re je la je ya yuan je ju je tor man do yuan je ji je ro je ga ram ga ye je de long je pe wan zu ong a wo la le za ga ra jar jian dang cho jiong ju so zang re je bang ge den je zang e zo 觉见顿白多曼的夜夜若揭嘎让盖，巴吉索兰的见着王阿王，南萨巴孙觉觉也越大牛马内南大，揭巴耶南的大给大波格揭多曼的。 一切若揭嘎让盖也大顿觉见着班族。 Om a voi ge da lon zhen zhong be so lin jia be lon xiang guan da ga yan jue jie duo ma de ye jie ro jie ga ram ga ye nu sim jie ne ben sen jie lin jia xiang xie be lon ge yang guo da jian guo wan zu Om a voi 若着身见大业尊，却见多玛家见的，也见若见嘎然嘎也，然然东阿所言呢，本得相生定觉见。
Ho, please consider me. Ho, please consider me. Ho, please consider me. Glorious Vajra Guardian, Great Black One, and Haruka, Glorious Great Bhairava, by nature you are one with Dharmata. In essence you are the same within primordial wisdom, and in character you are equal in unhindered activity. Hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstances, you are the foremost lord of all appearance and existence, and all gods and demons, wrathful local guardian, great leader of activity oppressors, invincible sovereign of radiant splendor. You protect awareness holding yogins as if they were your own children, and you assess the absorption of oath-bound practitioners. You are endowed with the radiance of peace, the splendor of increasing, and the power of magnetizing activity. You are swift in activities of liberating savage foes and hindrances. Your mighty skill in protecting the teachings is sublime. Powerful Lord with the name, the one endowed with mighty Vajra wrath. Great warrior God of yogins, please heed me. Please dwell in this holy shrine of enlightened body, speech, and mind of myself, the yogin called Vajra Haruka. Please act to conquer the dread of the four maras and all obstacles along my path to supreme bliss, whereby I will accomplish unsurpassed awakening. Please cause me to encounter the samadhi companion that will guide me on the authentic path. Until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate unto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, and cause my mind to turn towards freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times in every circumstance may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform the activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Ma Hri, by the power of your compassion and previous aspirations, Mother Achichukidroma, arise from the Dharma sphere and look upon me from the space of primordial wisdom. Miraculously descend upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, Lady of Nanam, powerful Dharmatara, Wisdom Tara, Samayatara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Karma Dakini, noble Lady Tashi Tseringma, Mio Losangma, Tekar Drosangma, Tingi Shalsangma, and Chupon Drisangma, protectors of the lineage forefathers, protectors of frightening hermitages, protectors with Samaya who pledge to protect the teachings of the Kagyu lineage. Your luminous wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds, your blessings are never far, and your power is unobstructed. All of you, bless us yogins and our retinues through your enlightened body. Bless us through your enlightened speech. Bless us through your enlightened mind. Bless us through your enlightened qualities. Bless us through your enlightened activities. Act so as to conquer adverse circumstances and the dread of the four Maras. Please cause me to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn towards freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May God, spirits, and humans be brought under control. And at all times and every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Jaya, Jaya, Siddhi, Siddhi, Pala, Pala.
Jarve Gazon Dorje Naboje, Yendre Jarve Yamson Lejengo, Jaro Donson Sendo Ganroje, Ganro Joda Nirnze Gorjengo, Sharaje Benje Manen Dajunda, Reje Yongo Bonya Jendanje, Parjengo Bodenje Zangadan, Nabo Dondan Shazam Bemjezo, Mamo Shiva Ganze No Jenje, Ponya Leje Sa Jin Sam Lende, Abje Jure Leje Jongoroje, Traje Zere Mona Jamjardan, Hara Men Senjar Jinam Duse, Zambala Renga Reje Norjuma, Shinjong Ya Yun Sa Dura Hula, Jarje Gunga No Jin Yang Lever, Tan Jie Tang La Zang Ba Gen Yin Xue, Jie Dian Gong Be Den Ba Jiong Na, Zi Dian Da Lo Ya Jie Jin Zai Dang, Nan De Go Zong Do Yun Chen Le Den, San Wa La Do Zong Gur Den Be Zi, Nir Jun Do Yong A Da Ren Jin De, Zha Ye Zai Da Zha Bu Nir Ju Dang, Ren Ma Ju Zhu Me Ra Dor Me Zo, Zhe Me Dar Za Ren Jie Gong Zong So, ko ge cang wa zang gen jiu bai de ze ge jie bei yi xian jiu bei zuo din song dam jie jiam zi zuo lan bu sun luan qiu dong bu luo ji ji jie to dan gang wo dam zi niam jia xia gang zhi zi jue ji bei xia dun jie zhe bei da xiong che le ngun dun zu ga dan den song kur dan gan sa jiong par dan nian bei zha bi sa sun xiao dan wei zha sun nu bei ge bong de par jie jie dan xie ga bu dong du jie sam do na ju xian zhe par zu jie de song gun ju jie ren jian jie ye zhe dan bei sa jian jia par zu jian ge dan se ga jia luan ju nam dan jie song ma ni de ze wei nan ju jiu wen zhe len zhe par zu san jie den sa gun jiu wen ban de gen de de jiu nan jiu cai ba per nian bei da shi zha bu dong bu la kur da lun ju jie ba ni de zi gen me lan zu den bei le de jie me la yang zi de mo jie wa dang na war da de nian bei dam de shen zhe jian e ba na dan min zhe xian se gen jiu wei rong zi chen ba dang le la ren jia de wa ko ne zu ye la nan ba ro wei ding jin jie san mi de wei na yang gong par zu chu shi ju 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 zhen ju de na de zi ma yin zi dong jie wa ran zu ye la zha xie long ju po san zu ji se lam zhan xiu le zhong dun zu ye bei zha jia zhong gun cai wa jiu dor na zam do ye xian zhe ba dang da dan da ye sim jie tam jie jie la mi zu bei jiang jiu zhe ba la ge jin bar jie ma le xie wa dang ten jie ma le lin jian zhe ba zu jie gan xie ye lai zhen ba zam jie jiang de ben ge zhe su wa ran zai ba ye song ma yi xian nor wei ji nan jie da ge sam do ma lin zhe ba zu Baza argam padam pupa de be alogen gande nevede shabda badi Om Baza Sado Samaya Mana Balaya Beza Sado Denoba Dijan Dejo Membawa Sude Kayo Membawa Sube Jayo Membawa Anarado Membawa Sarva Sida Membrayasa Sarva Karma Suzame Siddha Jaya Guru Ha Bangaven Sarva Tadangata Baza Mame Baza Bawa Ma Samaya Sado Vai Jue Dor Men Dor Re Nam Ka Lai Den Zo Deng Bai Dar Ra Rai Ne Zom Bai Zam Gan Se Jian Ran Juan Bar Zo.
All you guests who have received this offering and giving torma, like clouds dissolving in the sky, please depart to your abodes, Vajramu, and return here when I call for you again. Remaining within cyclic existence, fused with this image, please bestow good health, longevity, and power, as well as every kind of excellence.
In
the presence of the transcendent conqueror, you vowed to care for us practitioners as lovingly as your own child. May the auspiciousness of the Dharma protectors be present.
Okay, tea break for 25 minutes.
Just a few announcements, please. Some quick announcements. Tomorrow's already departure day, so I wanted to just let you know that we have offering baskets in the front entrance of the office for Garcha Rinpoche, monastics, and Ina. And you can get change in the bookstore without a problem. And then also, if you wanted to get what we call cash pass-through with your credit cards, we're happy to do that. We just have to charge the 3% credit card if you needed to use a credit card to do that. And then at the end of the teaching tomorrow, we'll be making a group offering of those donations that you give here in the temple. So please, if you do want to give offerings, we ask that you do it in those baskets so that we can give it all together. There will not be opportunity for individual offerings at that time. So it'll be one group offering. Just the little things, be mindful, closing the doors behind you, make sure they are closed. And short showers, right? Short showers or less showers would be really helpful. Thank you very much for the water. And then we had a carpool sheet for those of you who could offer rides and those of you who needed rides. So please, that is again in the front entrance, and we'll be more than happy to connect you with each other, but the office doesn't actually take care of those arrangements. You'll do those for yourselves. Anything else? Yes. Yeah, thank you. And then we're going to have a blessing table tomorrow. So those many of you have asked for your ritual items as needed to be blessed. Just so you know, if you've bought anything in the bookstore, all of that has already been blessed by Garcha Rinpoche, so you do not need to put them on the table again. But if you have some new items, other items, Ani Dagme will be setting that table up. It'll be behind me here, off to the right. And if you could please have everything on there by, let's say, 8, she didn't get back to me on this, let's say 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You'll have it up in about a half hour, is that right? Yeah, it's outside. Yeah, so the table will be ready in about a half an hour. And so the temple is open, right, 24/7 for people who want to join. So if you want to bring your blessing items, we do ask you to, as soon as we tell you, please come and get them after the blessing, because we don't want you to lose it or someone take someone else's, and then we're trying to figure that out when everyone's leaving at 12. All right, everybody, have a good break. Okay, so you're back at 4 o'clock, right? You said 25 minutes? Yeah, back at 4 o'clock.
Zambala, page number 63.
Amitaya's grand long life regarding in the Dala pure land of perfect compassion, don't exist, generous equal me with love. Grant me the supreme safety in modest pure land of Vidyadhara's deathless life. Demons reasoning mountains born pure blessings, sky-carrying rainbow body. In manifestation and don't exist. Vajrasattva grand rising, mirror-like in endowed land of perfect splendor, image portents don't exist. Ratna Sambhava bestow equanimity, wisdom in their watch and pure land of great happiness, even names for confused desire of tongues and grant discerning wisdom city. Fulfilled there's no word for jealousy. Amaga city bestow wisdom in the open Dharma sphere. In that refined perfection, ignorance does not exist. Vairochana grand Dharma, Jatya wisdom city, grand vital presence of love, vibrate mothers and long life. In the native union of Sölkha was grant bliss, emptiness, mastery, fortune of profound mantra, whereon initiates dwell. Grant awakening in one life, fortune of Mahamudra, in the sphere of self-display. Dwell ye dance of peace and grant supreme empowerment, powers, sitting, holding all aims. Implanting for sacred sides, gathering sky dancers, grant right liberating powers. Fortune of secret Makayas expanse, wealth and lineage, lords and kin. Grant enlightened access, increase to stages, mantra deity, in all taming to sphere. Well, Mahakala and all transcendent deities, fortune of enlightened acts. Om Shri Immeasurables, Northern Zambala, who acts kindly for all beings. Master of life and don't waver from your heart pledge. Think of us compassionate, bring all the life fortune, bring here fortune of cattle. Fortune of swift horses and accomplished granting livestock, the fortune of fertile sheep. And the birds and birds fortune of sons of cattle, wealth of wish granting cows, bulls. Carrying fortune of fine lovely silk, highly priced gold and silver, fertile soil and the 6 grains, precious gems and ornaments. Roja Dzambhala, kind bring the dearest fortune, from fortune from above. God's good spirits welcoming, not as wishing 3 worlds, gods and humans well. Bring the dearest good fortune, Buddha's holy fortune, Zambala holy Dharma. Balan Jurja Gurno, Yan Dominion Jazere, Nailing strength and merit. All lands grant them fortune, just might, Chinese kings of reaching force. Persian kings fortune and wealth, the Maya, Savagra Baya, as good fortune bring them here, fortune of the endless sky, fortune of the stable grounds. Perfect good and joy, greatest and the Lord, strength, armor, weapons, miracle powers. Monks who Zambala, Yan Bazer de Jobet, Yan Zizin Zoba Mozes, Jore Dambaze, Yan Damje de Yan de George Zonese, Neda Yan de George, Zoloye Zonese, Nalo Yan de George. Like enshrouding master, long life fortune, please come here. Like the river flows northern, Long life, fortune, please come. Give like rain falling from on high. Offer long life, fortune, come. Like 6 grains ripening me, Lord, long life, fortune, come. Fortune of melodious praise. Come like turquoise dragons, roar fortune upward to dance line. Come like dazzling star garlands. Hungry Eastern Vajradhani, bring life's fortune pacify disease, demons, hindrances. Southern Jordani, bring resources, food and wealth, expand life, merit, riches. Western lotus touching, southern power to tame all things, samsara and nirvana.
张所雷行丹中美雷行的了阳光，皆能见都跟在。我拉做当国界，见咱们要难的国界，家园的家国界。 I am the lion, go the con de la daba, yo yan de la daba. Tenzin de la jie, boy men de la son jo, zun jirvan me changing.
Grant eternal life, grant wealth and merit, city. Grant to cities, let them be accomplished continuously. Sarva Siddhi, Allah. Page 90. Om, Ah, Hung, 3 Kayas, Lama, deities of longevity, Dakinis of Uddiyana, and assembly of wealth gods, please bestow the 4 empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples. Being bestowed with the supreme form empowerment upon my body, may I obtain the indestructible Vajra body. Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 60 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind, may I attain the power over the unborn simplicity. May I obtain the essence kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is the spontaneous presence of the 3 kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the Guru's 3 kayas, which causes the 3 poisons to manifest as the 3 kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the long life deities of the 5 families, which causes the 5 poisons to manifest as the 5 aspects of primordial wisdom. May I obtain the empowerment of the Dakinis of Uddiyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is attained. May I obtain the empowerment of white Zambala Yabyum, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplishes ordinary and sublime cities. May I obtain the empowerment of wealth gods and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I obtain the empowerment of Mahamudra, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I obtain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of delusional perceptions of unawareness. May I obtain the empowerment of the great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I obtain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the 4 extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I obtain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is the inexpressible being beyond words and thoughts. May I obtain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I obtain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I obtain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of merit. Hong Ri, the Guru who is the three Kayas, deities of longevity, Dakinis of Uddiyana, and assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech, and mind. This life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolve like clouds dissolving in the sky, or water pouring into water, without reference point into the all-pervasive open space of Ah. Within a state of non-distraction, rest at ease, in the unborn basic space of phenomena, let go of everything. In the state of simplicity, remain free and open. Seal with steadfastness. Samaya, seal, seal, seal. Hong Ri, by this virtue of timelessness beyond the three times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger, and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last, may they swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master Padmasambhava and Amitabha in the Buddha field, great bliss, and reach the ground of no return.
Word of peace prayer. Just read out. 98.
Page 98. To the unfailing sources of refuge, the three jewels and the three roots, and especially Chenrezig, the protector of the land of snows, and to noble Tara and Guru Padmasambhava, I pray. Please remember your sacred pledge of former times. Please grant blessings that this aspiration be entirely fulfilled. In this dark age of decline, the thoughts and actions of beings are corrupted, and the balance of the outer and inner elements is lost. Through these causes and conditions, humans and animals alike are seized by epidemics and diseases unknown in the past. They are struck by planetary demons, nagas, evil spirits, dark forces, and elemental spirits. Crops are damaged by blight, frost, and hail, and there's fighting and dispute. Untimely rains, heat waves, and droughts in the world. Fear of earthquakes, fire, and adversaries, and natural catastrophes. And in particular, evil hordes that hurt the teachings and so forth, cause harm and violence throughout the world. May these be swiftly pacified and vanquished from their very roots. In the minds of all beings, human and non-humans, may precious and supreme bodhicitta naturally arise. And free of harmful thoughts and actions, may the minds all be filled with love for one another. May the entire world enjoy abundant happiness and wealth. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and endure long by the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by whatever virtues roots there are in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our highest pure intentions. May this aspiration be fulfilled.
Sukhavati prayer.
So we're going to read the wishing prayer of Dewa Chen, and Rinpoche wanted to emphasize the 7 branches. So I will point them out as we read through this prayer. So the 7 limbs, I hope everyone knows: prostrating, making offerings, confessing, rejoicing, asking for teachings, asking the teacher to stay, and then the 7th is dedication. So I want to make sure we notice those, and I'll point them out as we read. Emaho, from here in the direction of the setting sun, beyond the multitude of innumerable worlds, slightly elevated in the land of the noble beings, the perfectly pure realm of Dewa Chen. Although Dewa Chen is not visible to our water bubble-like eyes, it can clearly appear to our mind. There resides the secure and victorious one, measureless light, who is of ruby color and blazing radiance. He is adorned with a top knot on his head, the wheels on his feet, and so on, the 32 signs of perfection and the 80 minor marks. He has a single face, 2 arms, and in the mudra of equanimity, holding an alms bowl. He wears the 3 Dharma robes. In cross posture, he is seated on a lotus of 1,000 petals with a moon disk from which arises a bodhi tree that serves as a backrest. From far away, he looks at me with eyes of compassion. On his right is the bodhisattva, eyes of compassionate wisdom, Avalokiteshvara, of white color, holding in his left hand a white lotus, and on his left is the bodhisattva of great power, Vajrapani, of blue color, holding in his left hand a lotus marked with a vajra. Both of them extend their right hands towards us in the refuge bestowing mudra. These 3 main deities appear like Mount Meru, the king of mountains, radiant, pouring forth splendor and illuminating. They dwell accompanied by their retinue of 1 trillion Gelong bodhisattvas, all of them also of golden color, adorned with the marks and signs, dressed in the 3 Dharma robes of great resplendence. Here's the first limb, prostration. With a devotion that does not make any difference between near or far, I prostrate, full of respect, with my 3 doors. The Dharmakaya, limitless light radiance, Lord of the Buddha families, emanates from his right hand, light rays that become Chenrezig, 1 billion secondary emanations of the mighty Chenrezig. From his left hand, he emanates light rays that become Tara, with 1 billion secondary emanations of Tara. From his heart, light rays go out, manifesting Padmasambhava, together with 1 billion secondary emanations of Orgyan. I prostrate to the Dharmakaya, measureless light. With the eyes of a Buddha, during all 6 periods of the day and night, he constantly regards with love all sentient beings. His enlightened mind is constantly aware of whatever thoughts or ideas arise in the minds of sentient beings. His enlightened ear constantly hears distinctly, without confusion, whatever words are spoken by all sentient beings. I prostrate to the all-knowing, measureless light. Except for those who have rejected the Dharma or accomplished the deeds of immediate retribution, all who have faith in you and make their wishing prayers will be born in Dewa Chen, and their prayers will be fulfilled. It is said that in the bardo, he will come and will guide us into this land. I prostrate to the guide, measureless light. Your lifespan lasting for countless kalpas, you stay here and do not go beyond suffering. If we pray to you with one-pointed respect, it is said that except for the complete ripening of karma, the end of our life force will happen only after 100 years, and the various kinds of untimely death will be averted. I prostrate to the protector Amitayus. It is said that it is of greater merit to join the palms out of faith on hearing the name of Amitaba and about Dewa Chen than to fill countless 3,000 universes of vast extent with jewels and to offer them as gifts. For this reason, I respectfully prostrate to measureless light. Whoever hears the name of Amitabha and develops just once a faith which comes from the depths of his heart and bones and is not empty talk, will never lose the path to enlightenment. I prostrate to the protector, measureless light. From the time of hearing the name of Buddha, measureless light, until obtaining Buddhahood, I will not be born in as an inferior body, but will take birth in the good family and have a pure conduct in all lives to come. I prostrate to measureless light gone to bliss. The second verse here is offerings. My body and all my possessions, together with my roots of virtue, whatever offerings they are actually present or emanated by mind, including the auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious signs, the 7 precious items, whatever offering exists since all times, billions of 3,000 universes with their 4 continents, the central mountain, the sun, and the moon, together with all the wealth of gods, nagas, and humans. I take them up in my mind and offer them to Amitabha. By the force of your compassion, accept this from my own benefit. Here we are. The next verse is confessing, and we'll do many verses of confession. I lay open and confess all the non-virtuous deeds that have been committed from beginningless time until now by myself and all sentient beings headed by my mother and father. I lay open and confess the 3 unwholesome acts of the body: killing, taking what is not as given, and impure conduct. I lay open and confess the 4 unwholesome acts of the speech: lying, slandering, rough speech, and gossip. I lay open and confess the 3 types of unwholesome acts of mind: covetousness, malice, and wrong views. I lay open and confess the 5 deeds of immediate retribution which are accumulated: killing our father, mother, our teacher, or an arhat, and intending to cause harm to the body of a victorious one. I lay open and confess all the evil deeds similar to the deeds of immediate retribution: killing a gelong or a getsul, making a nun fall, destroying a statue, stupa, or temple, and so on. I lay open and confess the evil acts of abandoning the Dharma, like abandoning the 3 supports, etc., the jewels, the temple, and the supreme speech. I lay open and confess all these accumulated, very negative, useless actions, like abusing bodhisattvas, which is the greatest evil than to kill sentient beings of the 3 realms. Compared to the 5 crimes of immediate retribution, it is more negative not to believe in the benefits of virtuous deeds and the difficulties resulting from non-virtue, and to think that this is not true and simply a pedagogical device. Although we received explanations on the duration and extent of suffering in the hell realms and so on, I lay open and confess this negative karma that makes liberation impossible. I lay open and confess all breakage and damages of the discipline of individual liberation, including the 5 categories of faults, the 4 root downfalls, the 13 with remainder, the transgressions, the downfalls, the individually confessed damages, and the faults. I lay open and confess all the transgressions concerning the Bodhisattva's training, the 4 negative actions, the 5 eightfold downfalls. I lay open and confess the Samaya damages of the secret mantra, the 14 root downfalls, and the transgressions of the 8 secondary vows. I lay open and confess all harmful deeds which do not understand to be harmful, the non-virtuous deeds that I have committed due to not requesting vows, and all evil deeds of which I was not aware of actually being harmful, like impure conduct, sexual activity, drinking alcohol, and so on. I lay open and confess the serious transgressions and downfalls due to receiving refuge vows, initiations, and so on, but not knowing to keep the respective vows and commitments. Since a confession will not purify if there is no regret, I confess with great remorse and with shame and with despair at my previous harmful deeds, as if poison had attained the depths of my being. Since there will be no purification if I am not keeping my vows from now on, I promise in my mind from today onwards never to commit non-virtuous activity, even at the cost of my life. Please, Sugata, measureless light, and your heirs, grant your blessing so that my stream may be completely purified. The next one is rejoicing. When I hear about others who have accomplished wholesome acts, I abandon all unwholesome thoughts of jealousy and rejoice in their deeds with heartfelt joy, which is said to make us obtain a merit equal to theirs. For this reason, I rejoice in whatever virtuous deeds are accomplished by realized and ordinary beings. I also rejoice in the vast activity accomplished for the benefit of beings, due to developing the mind of supreme, unsurpassable enlightenment. I rejoice in giving up the 10 unwholesome and performing the 10 wholesome acts, to protect life of others, to give offerings, to keep one's vows, to speak the truth, to reconcile adversaries, to speak peacefully, gently, and sincerely, and to engage in conversations which are meaningful, to have little desire, to cultivate love and compassion, and to practice the Dharma. In all these victorious acts, I rejoice. The next is the 5th limb of requesting the teachings, and then the next verse will be asking them to stay, and then following that is the dedication. I exhort all those perfect Buddhas who dwell in all myriad worlds of the 10 directions to quickly and extensively turn the wheel of Dharma without waiting any longer. Please be aware of this request with your clairvoyant mind. I supplicate all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holders of the teachings, and spiritual friends who intend to go beyond suffering, to remain and not pass into nirvana. As it was shown, I dedicate all my virtuous acts of the 3 times for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all of us quickly obtain unsurpassable enlightenment and stir the 3 realms of samsara from their depths. May these virtuous deeds quickly ripen for me and pacify the 18 causes of untimely death in this life. May I be endowed with the physical strength of a healthy adolescent in full bloom. May my material wealth never decline, but increase as the river Ganges in the monsoon. May I practice the noble Dharma without danger through demons or enemies. May all my wishes be fulfilled in accordance with the Dharma. May I be of great benefit for the teaching for all beings. May I accomplish the true meaning of this human existence. At the very moment when I and all those who I have connection with me pass beyond this life, may the emanation of Buddha Amitabha, surrounded by his retinue of a sangha of monks, actually come to meet us. On seeing him, may our mind be happy and joyful, and may there be no more suffering of death. May, by the force of their miraculous powers, the 8 Bodhisattva brothers appear in the sky and guide us, indicating to the path of Dewa Chen. The suffering of the lower realm is unbearable, and the joy and well-being of gods and humans is impermanent. Understanding this, may I develop a fearful mind and develop disgust with samsara that has to be endured from beginningless time until now. Even those who go from one supreme human life to another experience countless times birth, old age, illness, and death. In these difficult, degenerate times, when there are many obstacles and the well-being and happiness of humans and gods are similar to food mixed with poison, may I have not even a hair tip of attachment. May I be freed of even the slightest attachment to relatives, food, wealth, and companions, which are impermanent and illusory like a dream. May I understand the countries, places, and lodgings that have no real existence, just like the places and houses in my dreams. Like a criminal liberated from prison, may I, without ever looking back, escape from the ocean of samsara that knows no freedom, to the pure land of Dewa Chen. Having cut off all links of attachment and desire, may I fly off in space just like a vulture freed from a net and instantly reach Dewa Chen, traveling beyond the countless universes in the western direction. May I see the face of Buddha Measureless Light, who is actually dwelling there, and purify all my veils. May I take a superior of the 4 kinds of birth and be miraculously born from the heart of a lotus flower. Obtaining in one instance the complete perfect body, may I receive a body endowed with all the marks and signs. If I doubt and hesitate to be born there, the blossom of the flower will not open for 500 years, but inside of it I will be happy and content with all enjoyments. Even though I will hear the word of the Buddha, may this fault of delayed meeting with the Buddha's face not happen to me. May the flower open as soon as I am born, so that I may see the face of Amitabha. By the force of my merit and magical powers, may inconceivable clouds of offerings emanate from the palms of my hands as offerings to the Buddhas and his retinue. May at that moment the Tathagata stretch out his right hand, place it on my head, and may I obtain his prophecy of enlightenment. Having listened to the Dharma, which is profound and vast, may my mind ripen and be liberated. Chenrezig and Vajrapani being the principal bodhisattvas, may I be blessed and be guided by these two. Almost every day, countless Buddhas and bodhisattvas of the 10 directions come to make offerings and see Amitabha in this land. At that time, may I pay homage to all of them and obtain the nectar of the Dharma. Through my limitless magical powers, may I go in the morning towards the realm of true happiness, to the great glorious land, to land the supreme activity and dense array. May I request initiations, blessings, and vows of the Buddhas Akshobhya, Ratnasambhava, Amoghasiddhi, Vairochana, etc. Make many offerings, and in the evening, without any effort, return to Dewa-chen itself. There are billion realms of pure emanations, such as the lands of Potala, Avalakavati, Kurvara, and the land of Organ, with a billion Chenrezig, Tara, Vajrapani, and Padmasambhava. May I encounter them and make oceans of offerings, request initiations and profound pith instructions, and quickly return without any obstacle to my place in Dewa-chen. May I clearly see with my divine eye all the close friends, monks, and students, and so on, and may I be able to guard and protect them, bestow blessings, and at that time of their death, guide them to this land. This fortune aeon, which lasts for an aeon, equals only one single day in Dewa-chen. May I live countless Dewa-chen aeons without ever dying and continuously remain in this land. From Maitreya to Mupa, the final one, may I see all the Buddhas of the fortunate aeon when they appear in this world. With my magical powers, may I go to meet these Buddhas, make offerings to them, and listen to the noble Dharma. And then again, without any obstacle, return to the Pure Land of Dewa-chen. Dewa-chen unites the totality of all the qualities of the Buddha realms of 81 billion trillion Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of Dewa-chen, outstandingly supreme among all pure lands. The ground in which is made of jewels is as smooth as the palm and as vast and spacious and radiant, blazing with light rays. When it is pressed down, it gives way. On lifting up, it rebounds. May I be reborn in this joyful, pleasant land of happiness. There are wish-fulfilling trees made of many jewels with leaves of fine silk and fruits ornamented with jewels. On them gather flocks of emanation birds, which chant in very agreeable ways, proclaiming the sounds of the profound and vast Dharma. May I be reborn in this land of great wonders. The many rivers are of perfume waters with the 8 qualities. The waters in the bathing pond is of nectar. They are surrounded by stairs and cornices made of the 7 kinds of jewels and display fragrant lotus flowers bearing fruit and emanating countless rays of lotus light. The tips of the light rays are adorned with emanated Buddhas. May I be reborn in this land of greatest marvel. May I be born in this land of great joy, where even the words 8 unfitting conditions or hell are unheard of, and where never any suffering is known. Neither are the 5 or 3 emotions that are like poisons, nor sickness, mental illness, enemies, poverty, quarrels, and so on. May I be born in this land of limitless qualities, where there are no men or women, no beings born from a womb, since all are noble beings born from within a lotus flower. Here all bodies are without any difference of golden color, endowed with marks and signs like the topknot on their head and so on, possessing all 5 special powers and the 5 eyes. Whatever I desire and think of, Palaces made of a variety of jewels, and all enjoyments arise by themselves. No effort is necessary. All needs are spontaneously fulfilled. There is no distinction between you or me and me. No clinging to a self. All my wishes manifest as offering clouds arising from the palm of my hand, and everyone practices the Dharma of unsurpassable great vehicle. May I be born in this realm, source of all bliss and happiness. A fragrant breeze brings great showers of flowers, and from the trees, rivers, and lotus flowers arise heaps of clouds with all sorts of enjoyments, agreeable shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. There are no women, but an abundance of emanated goddesses. These many offering goddesses continuously present offerings. At the time when I wish to rest, jewel palaces appear, and when I wish to sleep, beautiful thrones arise, covered with many pillows and cushions of fine silk, together with bird, wish-fulfilling trees, rivers, music, and so on. When I wish to listen to them, they emanate the pleasant sound of Dharma, and when I do not want, no sound is heard. Also, the ponds and rivers are exactly as I wish, cold or warm, just as it is pleasing to me. May I be born in this land where all wishes are fulfilled. The perfect Buddha, measureless light, will remain in this land for countless aeons without going into nirvana. May I act as his servant for all this time. Until he passes to the peace, after 2 times the number of aeons as there are sand particles in the Ganges, his teachings will remain. At that time, may I not be separated from his regent Chenrezig and uphold the noble Dharma. When at dusk the sun of the Dharma is setting, the very next morning Chenrezig will be a perfect Buddha. He will be the king whose light rays manifest accumulated splendor of all noble ones. When this happens, may I see his face, make offerings, and listen to the noble Dharma. During the 66 trillion million aeons that he will live, may I continuously be a servant, worship him, and uphold the noble Dharma without ever forgetting to remember his words. After he passes into nirvana, his teachings will remain for 3 times 600 billion million aeons. May I uphold the Dharma all this time and never be separated from Vajrapani. When Vajrapani becomes the Buddha, completely reliable Tathagata, king of abundant jewel-like qualities, with a lifespan in teaching just as those of Chenrezig, may we continuously be servants of this Buddha as well, present our offerings, and uphold all the noble Dharma. When my life is over, may I instantly obtain unsurpassable perfect Buddhahood in one or the other pure realms. Having obtained perfect Buddhahood, may all beings, just as with Amitabha, be ripened and liberated by swiftly hearing my name. And may there arise through countless emanations that guide sentient beings through other means, spontaneously and without effort, limitless benefit for beings. The Buddha's lifespan, his merit, his qualities, and his pristine awareness, as well as his splendor, are beyond measure. It is said that someone who remembers your name, be it Dharmakaya limitless radiance, measureless light Amitaba, or Bhagavan immeasurable life, and primordial wisdom Amitayas, will be protected against all dangers through fire, water, poisons, weapons, evildoers, demons, and so on, with the only exception of full ripening of previous karma. By remembering your name and prostrating, please protect us from all dangers and sufferings, and grant your blessings of excellent auspiciousness. Through the blessings of having mastered the 3 bodies of the Buddha, through the blessings of the truth of unchanging Dharmata, and through the blessings of the undivided aspirations of the Sangha, may all my prayers be accomplished just as it is wished. I prostrate to the 3 jewels, Tayata, Pansadriya, Awa, Bodha, Naye, Soha. I prostrate to the 3 jewels, Namo Manjushriye, Namo Sushriye, Namo Uttama Shriye, Soha.
Dedication prayer, Yellow Book, page number 13 in English.
Page 13. By this merit may I obtain omniscience. Having defeated the enemies, my wrongdoings, may I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. By the merit accumulated in the 3 times by myself and all beings, and by the knowledge we have gained, may all sentient beings of the 6 realms without exception realize the primordial wisdom of the 5 bodhicittas in the Dharmata mandala of the awakened mind. Precious, glorious root guru, seated on a lotus at my heart, hold me with kindness and bestow accomplishments of body, speech, and mind. I pray for the excellent health of the guru. I pray for that all the guru lives a supremely long life. I pray that the guru's activities spread far and wide. Grant blessings that I may not be separated from my guru. May the Buddha's teachings, the only source of benefit and happiness, endure long, and may the lives of those upholding the teachings remain steadfast like victory banners. May the sound of the great Dharma drum liberate all sentient beings from suffering. Please remain and teach the Dharma for infinite millions of kalpas. By the force of this powerful merit, may all the aspirations of the benefactors and their circles be accomplished within this very life. May all obstacles be pacified, may everything be auspicious, and may their wishes be fulfilled according to the Dharma. Through this virtue, may all sentient beings in the 3 realms and all the deceased who wandered in the bardo abandon taking birth in evil states and attain the happiness of higher birth. Just as the hero Manjushri realized things as they are, so too did Samantabhadra. I will follow in their path by perfectly dedicating all these virtues. Since all such dedications have been praised as supreme by the Buddhas of the 3 times, I perfectly dedicate all my roots of virtue towards excellent conduct. By the blessings of all the Buddhas who attain the 3 kayas, by the blessings of the truth of the unchanging Dharmata, and by the blessings of the undivided Sangha order, may my aspirations be fulfilled according to this dedication. By the power of the 3 jewels truth, by the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by the powers of having fully perfected the 2 accumulations, and by the pure and inconceivable nature of the Dharma Dhatu, may all these prayers be fulfilled accordingly. By the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, precious, perfectly complete awakening. Great Vajradhara, Talopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gampopa, Pagmodrupa, and Lord Drikumpa, may the auspiciousness of all the Kagyu Lamas endure. And continuing, 20. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may your life remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the 3 jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya Lion, you perfectly guide others with your excellent deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything, spontaneously live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Drikumpa, great sovereign of the 3 jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peaceful light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. Known in the noble land as Aryadeva, you emanated in the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chudingpa, the heart son of Jigten Gompo. May the life of the glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 aeons. Page 26. May the teachings of the great Drikompa Ratnashri, Master of Interdependence, omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all noble things, be upheld through teachings and practice, through hearing, reflecting, and meditating, until the end of existence. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate aeon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate to the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
Thank you.